Welcome everybody. This is a short video to show you how to log on to Microsoft Teams and Office 365. This is my desktop screen. This is just my PC, my computer, and I use Microsoft Edge, but you might have a browser called Chrome. I'm just going to click on my Edge browser, and my splash page, the page that I get to originally, is Google. That's a really handy page to start with because all I'm going to do now is type in Office 365. That's all I'm going to type. I'm just going to hit the enter key, return key, make it search, and now I get to the Office 365 log on. So there we go. I've just clicked that. Welcome to Office, and to sign in bar here on the left hand side. I'm just going to click that. Now we have a new student at the school called Harry Potter, from the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. But Harry Potter has his first name is Harry, and the first letter of his surname is P. Harry Potter. And because he's a student and not a member of staff, we're going to type student in there. Then .ashleyschool.co.uk. That's an email address. Now that is mostly correct for the majority of young people in the school. There are one or two exceptions, so if you're not sure about those, get in touch with us. But it's your full first name and then the first letter of your surname at student.ashleyschool.co.uk. Then I'm going to click next. Your password is the same as it is at school when you log on to the network. Again, you might have forgotten that. Let us know if you have. The password in for Harry. I don't remember my passwords. I like to type them in each time, but you can. And I also want to make sure that I'm not signed in. So this says, good evening, Harry, you have no recent documents, and so on. The things that we need to look at, you can access Word, Excel, PowerPoint, any of those things that might be helpful further up the school, of course, but there's also Outlook and Teams. Outlook is where your emails go to, so if I just click that briefly, it might take a little minute, wait for it if it does. There we go. I've got nothing in my inbox, so I haven't got any emails. Harry hasn't got any emails yet. So I can close that because I've still got my original Office screen open. And I can look at my Teams window down here. Again, wait, be patient. Sometimes I click around and I'm a little impatient. This is all fine. It's initializing. The waffle is okay. And what happens is you'll get a kind of a timetable or a calendar that comes up eventually, which has got invites to any meetings or lessons. There are also groups that you can have a play with, and we'll explore that at another point. Remember, for any of the live lessons that we do want young people to be suitably dressed. I know that sounds silly. They don't have to be in their school uniform, but it's really helpful if they're not sat in their pajamas. As I say, this is perfectly normal. It might take a little while to set up, but there's your splash screen for Teams. If you're a little bit fed up with waiting, you can click back at the Microsoft Office, have a look at your emails while you're waiting. Again, nothing there, not very exciting. Close that down and Teams will load. Okay, everybody, so we're still in as Harry Potter. Now, as I said, Teams has now taken a little bit of time to load, so we're into Teams, and I thought I'd have a look at next week. Now, bearing in mind, there are lots of things you can do here. You can be part of a team, which is like your class group. So at the moment, Mr. Charlton has added Harry Potter to his ICT class. There's a lot to take in here. So remember, further up the school, we might ask people to upload and download work. Really, the focus of adding us to a group or as part of our calendar is that we can be part of a lesson, so we can see people, so we can interact a little bit using Teams. So you can see that now on Monday morning, Mr. Charlton has got an ICT lesson with Harry Potter. And if I want to go to that lesson, so bearing in mind I've logged into Office, I've gone and accessed my Teams, I've clicked on my calendar button, I've gone to the right date. All I've got to do when I've got to join that lesson is I just click on that block. All I'm doing is clicking my left mouse button and then it goes join. And he'll let us in because we're part of Hogwarts ICT class. So even at the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, they have ICT. So you can join it, and there'll be others in your calendar. And again, don't panic if that's confusing and complicated. We know it's going to be a process. Don't worry about uploading and downloading work. It's an option, but hopefully you'll be able to join that lesson, and Mr. Charlton can talk to you about the wonderful delights of Microsoft Excel. So again, I'm here, I'm ready to go. I've done enough there, so I'm going to now finish my lesson. I'm going to log out. So I'm just going to sign out. Harry Potter has gone. Wait for a moment. I always wait for it to sign out. Remember, you can have your password, you can remember it. I just don't. It's just a thing for me. So once I'm done, I'm back on that page. I can close it as normal. I'm back to my page as I was before. So hopefully that's helpful. And again, it's just the first part of the process.